Welcome to this place with us. It's a mine or the bottom of a place, and there's fire and meatballs falling from the sky.
I wish the Fallout radio had that.
Oh, did I say on here that there's at work? Actually, I don't think I've really said anything about work. At work, there's a guy that that listens to this radio station that occasionally plays music that's like straight from Fallout.
He's whacking, he's hacking, he's hacking.
He's whacking, he's chopping that meat. It's great. I love it.
That is easily my favorite song on that fucking radio station. Every time that fucking comes up, I'm just like, oh boy, everything's gonna be alright. Just wandering the capital with bass, just listening to Butcher guy hacking that meat.
God, it's such a, that game has such an amazing soundtrack.
It's pretty good. Did you ever download that mod that added all of the extra songs to it?
Yes, I downloaded every single pack.
All the public domain songs.
Yeah. That's an interesting fact that people on the internet might not know. Did you know songs become, completely copyright free after, 30 years? Or something like that?
It's way more than 30.
Is it?
Yeah.
Do you remember when they first... What's going on right now? Where are we going in this game? Somebody modeled this to make it look...
I don't know. This is slightly more interesting, except for that... I love the pop-up.
I know. I think what it is the video plugin I'm using arbitrarily increases the fog limit, so I think there's just it's supposed to be really Nintendo 64 foggy.
Yeah.
But yeah, did you know that when they made copyright for the first time, it was supposed to be 7 years? Like the first revision of the law was a thing where it's they thought you wouldn't wanna.
I'm pretty sure they changed all the laws for Disney. I'm pretty sure that Disney had lobbied hard on changing copyright law. They didn't want to lose Mickey Mouse.
Disney ruined copyright forever. What is this?
Yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Walt.
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 It's kind of. Did you ever think Disney, or is this just me? Did you ever think Disney was actually called Disney because of the way the Y looks, or is that just me?
Absolutely not. No.
No, look at the logo.
This is exclusively you. Throw the logo up right now.
Yeah, right there. See the way that the Y kind of loops.
Disney.
Yeah, it looks like a P. Am I not right? Am I not right now? It looks like a P. To a 10-year-old person who's learning,
It does totally look like a P. You're right. But then again, it's that fucking D looks like a music note. It's music note is nep.
Yeah, music note. That's what we're calling it from now on.
Backwards G is nep. Giznep.
It's a Giznep.
Walt Giznep.
Walt, that's beautiful. Well, we've renamed a beloved company. Wait, is Giznep beloved right now? I don't remember. Do we like them now?
Oh my God! Did you see Frozen? Did you hear all those songs from Frozen?
Well, yeah, I didn't see the film, which I'm a bit sad, but I did watch all of the songs on YouTube. On repeat, because they're so beautiful, so beautifully well put together. I just love them. No, but seriously, I did watch some of them.
You really like that?
Well, not really. Well, okay, let's say I wouldn't say that I like them, but I liked. I liked watching them and then adding that to some of the pop culture that I have in my brain. That's how I feel.
Fair enough.
Yeah, is that ever an impetus for you to watch something, just so that
you can understand it? That's why I downloaded Flappy Bird.
Oh well, I just love Flappy Bird myself. Maybe we should do a Flappy Bird video.
Please no.
We'll do you and me. We'll both get our.
We're better than this. We're better than that.
Well, I don't think we are. We'll get out some cameras and we'll record ourselves playing Flappy Bird. And we'll see who can get the higher score.
I feel bad that we're adding to that discussion because I'm just so fucking sick of hearing about it's hit that gaunt It is now like no longer even like something that people talk about on like the internet. It is now like like the local news channel has like an article on Flappy Bird.
Oh yeah.
It's hit that point. It's at that point of like saturation.
Well, in that case, we'll just stop talking about Flappy Bird completely and move on to something more relevant, like
scary ghosts.
Scary Ghosts, Candy Crush. Let's talk about how addictive Candy Crush is. Man, I just can't stop playing it.
You're just tormenting me right now. You just want me to just be miserable. You know what game I actually do like on the phone though? I do love Threes.
Oh yeah, you were talking about Threes.
Threes is fucking fun.
And then
surprising.
And then I played it in the browser, and then that was like, well, that was okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like it's the perfect amount of like concentration to give like a phone game.
Yeah, I kind of like the idea. I actually downloaded the only phone game that I've ever actually played in any, except for Tetris on my old LG Rumor, which was amazing, by the way, way better than the touchscreen version. The only game I've ever given any amount of time to on a phone is oddly enough GTA San Andreas. That game over
how is that port?
It's actually really good, but there's some control issues with gunplay that make it it's far more difficult than it is on, for instance, a mouse and keyboard or a controller. So it's like
it was horrible on mouse and keyboard too.
I actually liked it on mouse and keyboard. I had
big issues playing the PC port.
It
was like one of those games that just like never like the gamepad compatibility was awful. It was like good luck trying to get that second analog stick mapped, you know?
Yeah, no, that would never work. But I do remember being I remember being remarkably competent at that game on a mouse and keyboard, like never having an issue where I felt like the game was screwed up because the controls were poor. Like I
never felt so much like I was like. I mean, the thing is that game's not super difficult, right? So it's like I never felt like I was being like, like I was missing out on the key, like it was too difficult on mouse and keyboard. But it just like wasn't comfortable. It wasn't like a relaxing way to play. I just didn't feel like that. Like it just was very clear that the game wasn't meant to be played like on the mouse and keyboard. In the same way that like I would never play like Dark Souls on the mouse and keyboard.
I kind of got that feeling from Max Payne actually. Max Payne 3.
I like Max Payne on keyboard.
Like it was fine, but like you could tell that there's the way that the enemies spawn and everything. You can tell that they had like the Rockstar use a controller and then you're supposed to like flip between enemies with the controller, right? Because that's how that works on Xbox. It's like,
oh, did they have like the Grand Theft Auto lock-on in Max Payne on?
Yeah,
console?
On console they did. On console they did.
Oh.
But on PC, even if you plugged a controller in, they removed it. So like it seems like when they did the port and they that would have been ridiculous to have for mouse and keyboard. They kind of just wholesale removed from the game. So even if you plugged a thing in, like it made playing it with a controller on PC just completely unreasonable.
That is strange.
It is, yeah, it is kind of strange. Speaking of games who did controllers really well, like Fallout 3, I think, did them really good.
Oh yeah, they nailed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did not make the same mistake they made with like it was Oblivion but better.
It really was.
And I think a lot of it had to do with the climate of like PC gaming at the time too, because I feel like when Oblivion came out, people weren't ready to accept like some games are console ports, and you want to use a controller. Use the Xbox 360 controller. Like like it hadn't become like mainstream to use the 360 controller for the PC yet.
Right.
Whereas like by the time Fallout 3 came out, it was like so incredible that it was just like, oh yeah, like everything's built with the controller, but just like plugging in your USB and you're good.
Did you ever have one of the wireless thingies for the PC for the Xbox controller?
The dongle? Yeah, I've got the dongle right now.
This is my third dongle I'm on. They always die.
Jeez, I've never had any of mine down this day. Are you buying like Hong Kong ones or like real
No,
Microsoft ones?
like real legit ones, and it's like a
Ruh-roh.
yeah, it's like a problem. There's something about how they take too much power or something, and they like
Ooh,
short
that's
themselves
weird.
out. Yeah, or something like that. It's like your USB port has to just like gel perfectly with it. So it's like some people never have a problem, but then some people.
That's
like
crazy.
me, yeah, it is. It's like it's weird because it's Microsoft hardware, and they're usually like top
Pretty
of
good about that, yeah.
top of their everything. I'm not even gonna get that chest. I'm not gonna go get that chest I just saw because I'm just like sick of this dungeon and I want to be out of it.
Oh, it's that bad, huh?
Well, it's not.
That
Well,
second quest.
well, I like Quest.
At
but
least there's been some scenery change this time.
I know, like this.
We've gone to like some interesting areas.
So
Like
many
this is probably like a little more interesting than everything else we've seen so far.
It really is. This is where the game. I think I mentioned that the game kind of gets more interesting graphically, and this is what I'm talking about. By the way,
Yeah.
look, I'm gonna beat down a pretty lady.
Oh, creepy. Weird.
Well, creepy and weird. That's how you define beating down a pretty lady. Then, well, okay.
Yeah, well, then you're a normal human being.
Yep. Her name is Shilf. She's a servant
Shelf?
of Mammon.
Shelf? Is
Yep.
she a shelf?
She's oh my god, she has breasts and they're entirely fully 3D
My
modeled.
God.
And
look at that.
look at how many
That is-
polygons she's made of. It's-
Those are orbs.
like they're huge. She's got like this is bizarre. She's a servant of Mammon. She's been waiting 1,000 years for him to return. If
This character model was a project. Like
It's-
someone just like couldn't like let this one go. They just kept like sculpting. Creepy. Wow.
just kept doing it. I guess they use spirit armor. There's like a thing that you get, and I don't know if I have it. There's like a
Dude, you've totally got this.
magic barrier. That's what I want. Oh shit! I missed casting it on myself.
That's awful. Oh my god, that was the funniest thing about playing Disgaea was the ninja class had like such high speed. If you tried to use recovery items on them, they would mess. Like if you tried to like feed them food, it would be like miss. Here,
Really?
Ninja, have this bubblegum. Eat some bubblegum, miss.
I just imagine him trying to eat it, but just like missing his face,
Yep, he's just
just like landing on the floor.
yeah, he's just like slapping his chin and his forehead with just like this piece of food. A croissant or like a loaf of bread or whatever bad, whatever bad JRPG food it was.
Yeah. Alright, what does my water do to you, lady? I think I'm happy with that.
This is kind of exciting. This is like stuff is sort of happening.
Yeah. Oh,
I like
shit.
the I like the weird face pillars in the background.
I'm pretty sure we saw those in every Nintendo 64 game that ever tried to do like an Aztec style area. So we saw them in GoldenEye, we saw them in both Zeldas, we saw them in like everything. So how about this magic barrier spell, man? 10 out of 10, it's amazing.
It's not even covering all his hair. 0 out of 10. Doesn't even cover my hair lick thing. Kind of lick.
thing. I'm gonna use a healing item because I'm bad at this game. There you go. Delicious. Delicious. Excuse me, Shilf. I need to eat an entire loaf of bread.
Right now, just shove it in your face.
I feel like that would be so dry. Can you imagine trying to eat
An entire loaf of bread. I don't know. Like, it depends what kind of bread it is. Like, it might be like doughy.
Well, you can
What's your
just-
favorite bread product?
Oh, my favorite bread product is a pizza crust. Does that count?
Pizza crust? You bastard. I like croissants. Croissants are my favorite.
Do you like croissants? I actually don't really like croissants.
What? Croissants are so good.
They're good.
Especially for like a breakfast sandwich. Get like a sausage, egg, and cheese on a croissant. Oh,
Oh,
man, that's awesome. Beat her, man. You did it.
I did it. I defeated her in the face, and I can't even.
I
go...
just can't believe there's no like end dialogue for any of these bosses. They're just dead, and you just move on. It's so weird.
It is weird, but it's the quest way. It's how quest works. If I remember correctly, I think the last boss of the game is the same way. Like, I'm pretty, like, not to, like, spoil it, but I think, like, the last boss is like, you know, super gigantic and monstrous and, you know, kind of like JRPG style. Look at how crazy our final boss is. But it's like, if I like, and I vaguely remember, and I could just be wrong, and I hope I am, because this would be ridiculous. When you beat him, I think he just does the same enemy defeat explosion like every other enemy in the game.
Oh gosh.
And then oh, look at that, we got to the...
Then Brian shuffles away.
Then Brian shuffles away, and then, I don't know, some credits play. We did it, we got to the desert.
Hey, we're here.
We're here. So, I don't know, that seems like episode.
Yeah, that's definitely an episode, I think.
A little bit longer than normal, but that's okay.
That's alright, it was exciting.
It was
Things
exciting.
were happening.
We talked about croissants.
Right?
We talked about croissants
Croissants,
and
man.
pizza crusts, and why are there trees growing in this desert? That's strange.
Maybe it's an oasis. Ease.
Okay, well then why are there trees everywhere? And there's... okay, well, never mind.
It's a big oasis.
This tree is 3D modeled. The only tree that's 3D modeled.
What?
And it looks so sad. Oh,
And it's in the middle of a desert.
it's in the middle of a desert. Oh god, I love this game. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Thanks for watching.
I love you.